Welcome back, folks, to another Westies Angling. I'm down here on the River Ribble with Nath from Lower Fishing. We've done a couple of river sessions before in the past, and I will put a link to Nath's channel in the description for you as well, because he's going to be doing most of the filming on his channel today. So if you want to see the rest of the footage, it's just going to be a chilled out session for me, targeting Chub. But if you want to see the rest of it, make sure you head over to Nath's channel and have a watch on there.
Cheers.
So what bait are we using today, Nath?
We've got a mixture of maggot, luncheon meat, bit of bread. Got a nice mix from you, Westy.
All naturals.
All naturals. Got a bit of hemp thrown in there, sweet corn, breadcrumb. Some maggots as well. There's
some maggots in there that are probably about 8 or 9 week old. Absolutely half rotten, but they're doing the job today, aren't they? I'm not going to give too much away. We're going to get into the video in a second, but it's already been a good session so far.
Yes.
I thought it might have been a really tough session today because river conditions aren't the best, are they?
It's low, it's not moving much rain, quite slow as well, slow moving through really clear conditions as well, so yeah, it's tough.
So with a bit of luck, the session carries on as it started, and we can get Nath a PB chub today. That's the goal.
That'd be good, wouldn't it?
So without further ado, folks, let's get into the video. Let's see if we can manage to catch a few more of these quality chub.
Let's get into it.
The water level is ridiculously low. Usually the water is all the way up here. It's going to be a tough day today. I'm going to be casting out that direction towards this tree here, just to the right of it. Probably about 3/4 of the way across. It's a big old chuck. But yeah, it's so low. Yeah, you can see it's very, very shallow all the way out. Slow moving as well. Usually it's surging through past there, but getting it on the right spot today is going to be important. There's a bit of a deep valley about 3/4 of the way across, so I want to be trying to hit that, or we're not going to get the fish. Brought loads of different baits with me today. I'm going to be mostly fishing naturals. Let's get this open. Got some bread there. Got some luncheon meat cubes, decent sizes because we're targeting chub today, ideally. Got some ground bait if I run out of bread. Let's get these slices out there. Break all this bread flake up. Got some bigger chunks and I've got some finer stuff in there as well. Just whizzed it up in the blender, really simple. What else have I got with me? Well, I can't believe that these maggots aren't casters yet. I've had these in the fridge probably best part of a month, but these are going to be essential today to get the fish on the feed for sure. Oh my god, they've all escaped. Let's put them in the bread mix there. Oh god, they stink. Almost reluctant to put them in here, but we'll do it. I've not kept them very well. They got a bit wet and damp on a session. And then I'm going to put in some hemp that needs using up. And this will also add a bit of moisture to that mix as well. But if that doesn't get the chub grubbing about, I don't know what will. Look at that. It's a proper mix. Let's put some more hemp in. Look at that mix, Nath. That's proper, that.
Brilliant. Bread, hemp, maggots, corn.
Yeah, everything. What's that? What have you made?
Cheese paste, garlic cheese paste.
Have you made it?
Short crust pastry, block of cheddar cheese, grated up, block of blue cheese, garlic granules and salt, sea salt. Bit
Nice,
firm at the
nice and
minute.
firm. No,
Yeah.
that's probably what you want, isn't it? Keeps it on the hook, I guess. Oh, that's mine. I bet it'll keep for a while as well, that.
Yeah, well, you can just freeze it, I think.
So I've got some cubes of luncheon meat. I've got some bread with us there as hook baits. And yeah, that beautiful mix.
Good to go.
If we run out of that, I've got some ground bait there as well. So it's so low today, mate.
Yeah.
We're going to struggle. It's going to be hard. It's definitely going to be hard. But we want to be casting about 3/4 of the way across. There's a deep channel. You can kind of see it, but just where it's going through a bit quicker there, probably just before 3/4. We both want to be pretty tight to this spot if we can. Solid that. If we've not had a fish here in the first hour or two, we're probably better moving.
Yeah.
No point sitting all day waiting for a bite if we're not on them. I brought some of my dip and glug today as well. This is garlic and liver, so it's strong, mate. It's strong. You don't want to get your nose too close to that. Got some feeder hook lengths tied up. Size 6 Coromore rounders with no band, and they'll be perfect for meat. Got some smaller ones with bands on. Got a few different things today just in case I wanted to try pellet. But I think I'm going to be going with the bigger ones, the bigger hooks, as we're targeting decent sized chub. Obviously they're not massive, they're a size 6 feeder hook, so they're not ridiculous. They'll be fine for chub. And then I've also got some tied up there with the quick stops in size 8, a little bit lighter, so if we're really struggling we can swap to them. We've got the old Westies Angling Bolt and Run kits there. Well and truly stocked up. So we need one of them. So I just want to get fishing, I just want to get a rod out ASAP. And then we can chill out a little bit then and take our time and enjoy the session. If you want to know how to set this rig up yourself, I will put a link to the tutorial that I made in the top right hand corner for you. I'm not sure what weight of feeder to go with. I'm going to try one of these first, 4 ounce. Let's have a go at that and see how we get on. You getting a bite rod out? It's his priorities, this, folks. Taking feeder fishing and he ends up dead baiting. There we go. Bolt and Run kick. You see how it kicks it out at an angle like that, and when we've got our tail rubber on there, it's going to be perfect. So tail rubbers are already on the rigs. I'm going to go with the size 6 here because it's been in the rig box. I'm just going to put some heat through it and just stretch that line out again, just straighten it out. Probably about 1.5 to 2 foot, that hook length. Start off at that today. It's not surging through, so we don't need a long hook length. Get that on the quick change. Tail rubber back down and we're good to go there. I'm going to get a piece of meat on it. I'll show you how I'm hooking the meat as well. Just quickly, little bead, running ring, bolt and run, and then you've got your size 8 quick change swivel there, anti-tangle sleeve, and then a 1.5 foot with 12-pound cruiser control, which is the line that I like to use the most. Nice big size 6 because we're using big baits. I'm going to dip it in the dip and glug. It's going to get a load of smell out there. It's really strong stuff. So nice big cube of luncheon meat. Let's find something a touch smaller to start off with. That'll do. And you want the point showing here. And I'm going to do something that's going to help that point show. So through like that. Oh no, I've dropped in the dip and glug too soon. Don't want that on my fingers. Oh my god, it's going to stink. I'm actually going to put a couple of maggots on there just to keep that hook point exposed and give it a little bit of movement as well. Well, what I don't want to do is get that dip and glug on my fingers. There we go. Tip it with a couple of maggots. It'll just keep the hook point free there, and I'm going to dip it in dip and glug, soak that a second, and then we're going to fill the cage feeder full of this hemp, bread and maggot mix. Pack it in really tight. You want this to come out slowly, and we're going to bomb that out, folks, and that's done. About where we want to be, folks. Can't decide whether to go to the right or the left with my other rod. I'm going to go to the right with it. That's where we want it. It's not too nicely cast rods there. And I think the meat stayed on. We'll find out, mate. I'm going to recast the left-hand rod and we'll get some feed out there. I think this cast, I'm going to do something slightly different. I've got meat on the other one, but I'm going to do a bit of a Medusa rig of maggots. How did I mess that up?
I think... Was it wrapped around the top again?
Must have been, mate.
Chub, yeah?
Well, it must be. Coming in too easy to be a barbel. You can net it if you want. This is on the Medusa rig of maggots.
See that big chub there?
It's a nice one. Guiding it in, guiding it in.
Oy.
Mate, that's cracking.
Oh, result, mate.
Oh my god.
It's a beast.
Oh mate, that is huge. That is a massive chub.
That's on the maggots, yeah.
Yeah, that is a PB, 100%.
Is it?
Yes, it must be. It must be, mate.
The size of the mouth on it. Look at that. It's engulfed your maggots.
See, look, it's just hooked. And there we go, folks. Look at that beast of a chub. It's a beast.
What a beauty.
Lovely condition as well. Big old mouth on it. It's got the red fins. Beauty. I'd probably say it's probably not a PB. I'd probably say that's about £4 here.
Yeah.
Something like
definitely.
that. Let's get it back. That's a great start. Nice big fat chub. Look at the width on it. Straight back. They always go back like a rocket chub, don't they?
They do, mate.
Get in. Well in, Nath. Let's see if we can get a couple more, eh? Need to get you one of them. Would that be a PB if you got something like that, or have you had bigger?
That'd be a PB for me, yeah.
Let's get you one. They're out there. Absolutely smashed that Medusa rig of maggots, but it shows you that they're not put off by the bigger hook. Huge hook. But if you look at the size of a chub's mouth, it's nothing really.
He's in. The boy's in again.
Don't feel quite as big this one, but hard to tell. Good bite.
Maggots is the way, isn't it?
It is.
Come on, get it in that bit.
It's another nice one.
That's bigger than the first one, right?
It's close, it's definitely close. Well, get it back straight away.
Quality
What quality?
Chub. Yeah, literally.
Absolute quality chub. You know the size of these big scoop nets, folks, and that is, it's near enough filling it. Let's get it unhooked. But the Medusa rig of maggots seems to be what they want today.
What a fish.
Epic. Beast.
It's a beast. I'd say that's a little bit bigger than the other one, you know.
Do you reckon?
Hey, a bit more, a bit fatter, I'd say.
Both quality chub. £3.5, £4 easy.
Yeah.
Them fish. Right. Let's get this back out. Get a few fresh maggots on for a bit of movement. The naturals have really got them on the feed. Really did think it was going to be tough fishing today when I saw the river. Bolt and Run kits are doing the job as well. Well, there you go, for all you people that tell me that I fish with too big a hook and too heavy a setup, let that be a lesson to you. Doesn't matter. Smash him. Like I said, usually where I'm casting here, you just wouldn't be able to hold bottom normally. If there's chub feeding in that channel, there's no reason why barbel won't be. Well, I'm going to have one more cast on the maggots on both, and then I'm going to swap one of them onto Nath's cheese paste. And he says that he's going to do a video on how he made this, so be an interesting watch. But with this kind of fishing, you could be... A lot of it depends on the cast as well, because depending on where your feeder lands, you could be on top of a rock, your hook length could be cocked up or down. You need to be on like a flattish spot
Where they're feeding.
where they're feeding. So everything depends on the cast. So I think that's why it's probably a good thing to recast every probably 20 minutes, 20-30 minutes, because you usually find the bait pretty quick.
Yeah.
And we're not overfeeding, because it's bread, and it's bread, hemp and maggots, you know what I mean? You won't get full off that easy. So just scaled down the hooks slightly. I'm going with a size 10 Corum all-rounder, and I'm going to band the cheese paste, but band it and then mould it around the band itself, so it's a bit more secure. So it's around the band. I'm going to put some more on, not too much, something like that. It's a really soft bait, so some of it will wash away. I'm hoping that'll stay on for the cast, because it is a big chuck, so soft baits aren't going to be our friend today. It is ridiculously cold, and it is getting colder as well throughout the day. Started off this morning at about 3 degrees Celsius, and it's dropping. Not sure why the fish have gone off the feed. That's the problem with bread in the feed here. We've got every seagull in Lancashire down here. Well, we've had absolutely nothing since those first couple of chub. So what me and Nath are thinking of doing is going and having a bash and another swim, and we'll see if we can maybe pick up one last fish before we pack up. There's some fellas there having a fly fishing tutorial, otherwise we'd have probably gone and tried under that bridge there, but we'll go back down the other side and see whether we can do anything down there. So we need to get all this stuff packed up again. Quite a tight swim this. I'll kind of put my pod here. Good thing about fishing under bridges like this, folks, is the lower light levels, the shade and the lower light levels underneath the bridges can kind of trick fish into thinking that it's darker than it actually is, and they feel a lot safer because of that. This inside edge here is really deep. I'm just got to be a little bit careful here. Probably can't see it, but it's probably 4 or 5 foot just off the edge there. There's a big deep channel running there, so I'll probably have one rod just out here, believe it or not. And then I'm going to try and get my other rod over the top of those rapids and down underneath the bridge on that side. Nath's going to get under the bridge here. But we'll have a couple of casts, see how we get on. It's about as stable as I'm getting there, Nath, I think. Cheese paste on this one and maggots on that one. Well folks, before we completely call it a day and give up, me and Nath are having one last cast in another swim just to see if we can save the blank for Nath. It's been a tough session, hasn't it, really?
It has, mate, it has.
I mean, I thought with those couple of fish, first thing, it'd go a lot better than it has done today, but it's the way it goes, isn't it?
It is.
When the river's really low and slow like this, you need to know the deeper pools. And when you don't know all the nooks and crannies of the river, it does make it tough. But I was convinced that it was going to carry on as a good day, but just can't predict it.
No.
But it's been nice to get out, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Always nice to get down and have a session with Nath on the river, and I'm sure we'll do another couple of river sessions before river season closes, so that's something to look forward to. So I just want to say thanks very much for watching. If we get anything, I'll put it in after this clip in this swim, but other than that, I'll see you in the next Westies Angling. Don't forget to check out Nath's channel, I'll put a link in the description, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, more importantly. We'll see you next time, folks.
Cheers.